Welcome to the Packers show. We're going to preview the Packers-Vikings game and talk about our next game, the Rams, who are coming off a 2-game losing streak. So let's just go around the table and just talk about what your thoughts were about the Packers-Vikings game. We'll start with Simon.
Yeah, I mean, that's about what I expected, to be honest. I predicted the score to be a little lower. I think it's 24-21. I thought both defenses would show up a lot better than they did, but it ended up turning into a shootout, and the Vikings won on the last-second field goal. So going into a division game in a away stadium is always tough to win. I think it was a coin flip game, but I had us splitting with the Vikings this year anyways.
Okay, that's interesting. What's your thoughts, Nick?
I just think that if you don't play a horrendous first half of football, then you win that game. And
why did we play horrendous in the first half, Nick?
I love to give Aaron Rodgers the benefit of the doubt on everything that I possibly can. But what I'm going to say is that the first half, we sucked because of Aaron Rodgers. He was overthrowing his receivers. He was making errant throws. He was just doing things where I'm like, this doesn't look like Aaron Rodgers to me. So we went down into the half because of Aaron Rodgers. Now, he redeemed himself in the second half. There was a few things that transpired. It is what it is. Our defense didn't play well. We lost. Congrats to the Vikings. They beat us.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, that's pretty interesting. What's your thoughts, John?
Well, I thought the Vikings fucking sucked ass, first thing. But, I think we started out too slow, and the penalties killed us. The penalties just killed us. Our offensive line had too many penalties on it.
That's a good one, John. The penalties did kill us. That's I didn't bring that up. I'm glad you did.
Not as bad as McCarthy had it, though, boy.
Yeah.
He said NFL record the other night. But go ahead, John.
And then, Crosby's missing that field goal. That didn't help either.
What was it, 34 yards, 33 yards?
Yeah,
it was something like that.
Yeah. Basically, the defense, without, Sean Gary, and we had 3 pass rushers out. That didn't help. We had to actually blitz more. So I took, Savage out of the backfield. That kind of hurt us. We got burned a few times. Vikings did a good job burning us on that. Especially every time we blitzed, I seemed like Cousins just launched it, and they did their thing.
And something that John Dorn definitely wanted to mention was that we didn't have Rashawn Gary, who gets all of our QB pressures.
But all around, I thought it was actually a pretty decent game. It was actually entertaining to watch. It's a divisional game, and that day, Vikings were a better team that day. We didn't come to play. We started off slow,
Missed opportunities.
Yeah. I think we missed our opportunities, and they gained on their opportunities.
So what was your thoughts on the game, David?
There's a lot to talk about with me. So obviously you could easily touch on everything everybody said. Aaron, everybody likes to say that we kiss Aaron's ass and we kind of don't give him shit when he plays bad.
Yeah, we do. This show does.
Not the case. We talk and we're real. We're real fans. So Aaron played like shit that first half. We couldn't get nothing done, and we basically was playing catch up. Everybody mentioned, obviously, the penalties hurt us. For me, when you're allowing almost 70%, we allowed 9 of 13 completions on third downs in the second half. That's almost 70%. Okay. That's what the Vikings were. Okay, that's not good. Our secondary looked like shit. Played like garbage, and I am so frustrated every single time when it's a 3rd down and 5, 3rd down and 10, and they get 15, 20 yards. And I'm going, can you stop them? One time, can you stop them, defense? Can you get a 3rd down stop? Yeah, and we just kept we let the drive go. We just kept them driving, and they were going down the field, and it killed us. Our secondary could not stop us. And for the life of God, Kevin King, please, somebody somebody take Kevin King off this roster, please. That's what I want for Christmas this year. Kevin King, go away, leave Wisconsin. I hate
you're
you.
Gonna kill King. You're gonna kill King. I think Eric Stokes was our biggest.
But here's the thing, though. You can't. But let me say this though. This is not an excuse. Stokes has a legitimate excuse. He's young. Kevin King has tape on every guy he's played against, and he still couldn't cover a damn person. He couldn't cover a damn old lady and a damn walker, for God's sake. That guy sucks. Kevin King, you suck. Okay? You suck as a human being. Please go away. I hate you. Okay? I hate you. I hate you, Kevin King. Our secondary played like shit, and there was more than him. There was a lot of guys.
As a Packers fan, is we could add TJ Watt. Just throwing that out there.
Is it not fair to say, though, that Eric Stokes was our worst defensive back that game? I feel like he just gave up the world that game.
He does, and I'm not legitimately saying that he does not deserve to get shit for it. I'm just saying when a guy's young and he doesn't have tape on these guys,
Absolutely.
and he doesn't have the experience playing these guys, he's going to make those mistakes. There is no excuse for Sullivan. There's no excuse for Kevin King and those guys. All those leaders back there should be ashamed of themselves because they literally allowed almost 70% of the time the Vikings were completing third down conversions. And when you complete third downs, you're keeping that drive alive and you're giving them either a field goal or a touchdown. And what killed us? A field goal killed us at the end of that game. We stunk in that game, and there was a lot of reasons. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers wasn't the reason because, Aaron, you sucked too in that first half. Aaron looked like he literally could not hit the broadside of a fucking barn, and it irritated the crap out of me that we had to play catch up. But then, of course, everybody was saying, well, that defense is good, and our defense is getting better. And I kept thinking, I'm not going to do it yet. I'm not going to pull that trigger on that defense yet because every time we do, this happens. The defense just decides to play like crap and lackluster and just goes, oh, we're just going to play soft. Right. Soft at the end of the game, and Minnesota, you deserve to beat us because we played like crap that game.
To your point, Aaron Rodgers might have had the best second half of the year.
Yeah, boy.
No excuses here. No excuses here.
Darian, what's your thoughts on the game?
Crazy finish to be certain, man. I think most people said much of everything I could have said. The secondary itself pretty much looked like garbage out there. Couldn't get enough pressure on Kirk Cousins to where he was able to torch us for over 300. Justin Jefferson had a field day getting over 160 something yards receiving with the touchdowns and all.
But you said all the DBs had a bad game. I actually think Savage was the only DB we had that played good. There was just so many things that just didn't go his way. Every time he did something good, it was like penalty.
Let's be honest. Yeah, he caught a penalty for pass interference before. Yeah.
All right, JR, what's your thoughts on that? Oh, you go ahead, finish up, Darian. I'm sorry, I thought you were done.
Yeah, and I was just going to say what it looked like to me is that going into the second half, we looked better, but it seemed like when the moment we caught up and had the lead, the only thing that seemed to stand out, we couldn't get one stop at a critical time. We needed it.
I know it's like our defense disappeared in the second half and our offense woke up. I don't get it.
So Darian, do you think that Rodgers caught too much fire and scored within 13 or what was it, like 11 seconds? He threw one pass for 75.
No, it was over 2 minutes left.
I meant it took us like 11 seconds to score a touchdown when there was 2 minutes and like 40 seconds or whatever it was. We had scored so fast. Do you think Rodgers may have just caught too much fire and then it killed us?
Maybe.
Maybe it could be the case, but even with that moment being said, I don't know if it was what it came down to is that all our defense had to do when they got to that.
Stop.
Yeah, right.
I'm quite sure
if it would have held.
Yeah, and I'm quite sure some people had their arguments and thoughts about the Savage interception being overturned. to an extent, you could argue like, yeah, they should have not overturned it, but it is what it is. I'm not one to make excuses.
That's not why we
Like,
lost. I get what you're saying. That's not why we lost.
Yeah.
No.
We dropped too many
Divine
interceptions in that
But
game.
then what it came down, but then as one could say, secondary was caught out of place on almost every play that was out there. Almost every play our secondary was caught out of place.
Yeah,
Which is why Jefferson had that field day.
All right, JR, what's your thoughts, man?
They basically said everything I can even say, man. All I gotta say is here taking my L.
You can't add nothing to it, man. You can't add nothing to it.
Man, it was embarrassing.
Maybe someone
Hey.
tripped
Look at damn water boy
Hey.
fucking with
Well, hey, JR,
Hey,
can you
I tell
can
you
you at
what.
least say, JR?
Anyways, to the beginning, I had us losing at least one of these games, either at home
Yeah,
or
but
at
not to the Vikings, though. Now we're gonna fucking literally dismantle them in Lambeau.
Yeah,
It's
now
gonna
we're
be
gonna.
Well,
sad.
here's
It's
the
gonna be
thing.
sad.
Well, here's the thing, though. If there was a bright spot you look at when it comes to watching this game is in the second half, the offense caught fire, and we did have some big performances from.
We looked like a Super
from
Bowl
Adam.
offense in the second half.
And
We
just
did.
like Ramiro says in the comments, he says that and Mason Crosby needs to start making these field goals, which is
That
true
is true,
because
man.
he's
Yeah,
missing
well,
some crucial
he-
points that would have won us some games.
Yeah, Crosby
I'm
even
not
had
saying
his.
cut him, but come on, man, we need something.
Yeah,
to
it's and Crosby's been having, and if I recall somewhere in the season, somebody was talking about Crosby had his argument about the one who's holding the field goals, the snapper and all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Way
the one,
cleaner pitcher,
the
Nick,
holder,
way cleaner.
the holder of the ball just ain't with him out there.
Yeah,
Let the Holder go.
Yeah.
So we've gotten to everybody right at this point.
Yeah.
And Kyle needs to go.
Yeah, I need to go.
Kyle was not
Can we
yet.
do a new? Can we? Oh, okay, Kyle, go ahead and go, and then I want to do a topic after
Okay,
Kyle
sounds
goes.
good. Sounds good.
Well, we didn't look great in the first half, and we tried to make a comeback. We had some interceptions taken away from us. We had one early in the game with a roughing the passer call, but I'm not normally one to complain, but it looked like there were some bad calls. But at the same time, our team needed to step up. But you need to play hard like we did against Dallas in 2017. They couldn't beat us even with the refs' help that year.
Right.
And now the Vikings beat us with a little bit of that, but still, we need to step up no matter how the refs are calling it.
Okay. That's a good outlook. All right, Nick, you're on, buddy. What's your topic?
So we've already kind of touched a little bit on it, but let's go into this topic of Mason Crosby. Is it time that we just move on and we start to look at a new kicker? Because as much as I love Mason Crosby, as many clutch kicks as he's made for us,
Yeah.
when you miss,
But he's not going to last forever. You know what I mean?
Well, I said Mr. Olden reliable. He needs to kind of like.
I believe he's missed
Yeah.
like 7 of the last 12, right? Or something like that, or 7 of the last something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Is it time
he's
to
14 of 21 this year.
Wow.
So is
Probably
it
gonna
time
retire
that,
after
hey,
this year.
you've had a wonderful Packers legendary career. Maybe it's time that we move on. I'm just saying.
I think you can wait till after the season. I think they'll wait till after the season. We got that.
Retire probably.
We got a kicker on the practice squad right now.
Yeah, JJ Molson or JK
Yeah.
Molson or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. to know.
Well, yeah, and I'm just thinking like as far as moving on from him. Yeah, I pretty much anticipated the idea that after that big year he had last season, he was going to drop off a bit somewhere.
He missed nothing
So,
last
could
season.
I go a little bit off topic?
Sure.
What did you
Yeah.
guys think about when Aaron Rodgers stuck his toe out for the media?
Funny is crazy
I think
idea,
the whole world
man.
went, that's Aaron Rodgers right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the carefree,
He's trolling
the
the media. That's all he's
the
doing.
Now,
carefree
if you would have
personality
seen
that we
did you
know
guys
of
see what he
Rodgers.
did to his Twitter account?
Well, I
Yeah,
gotta
he
say
fucking
something
changed his
about that,
picture.
Bill. I gotta say something very important. I hope the Lion fans were watching this because that hangnail he had more talent in his hangnail than the last 40 or 50 quarterbacks the Lions have had. So maybe they should like take a little bit of it and clone them or some shit because the Lions look like shit on Thanksgiving. So just wanted to throw that out there.
That's why he said that was COVID toll.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
called it the
COVID
toe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I even
But
saw
he
it.
did
I even saw
clarify
it.
and said
Well,
that he's going to push through
what-
it. He is not going to miss a game.
He said
So
it
actually,
hurts
he had a
really
broken-
bad.
he
He
said
said
it
it was very
himself.
painful.
He had
So
a fractured
hopefully,
toe pinky.
He said himself he doesn't plan to miss any games despite that bad
hopefully
toe.
Did it say
it's
what
not
it
a
is?
Jordan
Is
Travis
it-
situation where he's limping and throwing the ball for touchdowns. Like, I don't want to see that again.
So what is it? Is it like
Well-
jerk toe?
No, he's got
He
a
said he
Broke
broken-
his
fractured it.
baby
He
toe.
broke-
again.
He
Fractured
fractured
toe.
it.
He broke it? Well, shit, you
Well-
can play with a fucking.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can
Well,
do
Aaron
about. You can,
Rodgers
there's
said
nothing
he'll
you
play
can
in
do
a
for that.
wheelchair. It don't matter.
Yeah,
Well-
but
Still
he
got a
also
Bears game
said
coming
that
up.
it's very
Well,
painful
you
when
better-
he's
you're gonna-
playing. So
I'll tell you
Shape it up
what,
and shoot it up.
you're gonna be lucky you'll be able to rest it when the bye week comes up.
Yeah, true.
Right.
but it's
let's move
fractured.
on
It
to
doesn't
the
matter how
Rams.
much you rest it.
What are you guys thinking about this Rams game? They're coming off a 2-week losing streak. Didn't they just have a bye too?
Yeah.
I don't
They're
know
coming off
if
the
they
bye.
did,
now
but-
we
I'm the
get
guy
them
that
fresh off a
projects us
bye.
to lose every week, right? I really love this game. I actually think we're going to win this game. I love playing against Matt Stafford. We kick his ass every time. So instead of I'm going to
Just
change
like
it up
I
this
always say, Nick, you could take Stafford out of Detroit, but you can't take Detroit out of Stafford.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm worried about is our offensive
I'm not
line.
going to predict us to lose for once. I predict that we're actually going to kick their ass. I really
Damn,
think
we
we're
need someone
capable.
needs to clip this shit. This is the first time in like 3-4 weeks.
It all depends on how our
Yeah.
offensive line plays.
But I like proving
That's
you
what I'm
wrong,
worried
man.
about
So
too.
I always like proving you wrong Monday because that means we win. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
If there's
so
a-
it works great, man. It's a
Well-
good workout.
my take on the game is the worries I have is the matchups that we got to think about. One in particular that we already know is more than prepared to see part 2 of Devontae Adams versus Jalen Ramsay.
See-
Let us see if Devontae can repeat that performance from the playoffs that he had against them with this game.
What
For
they'll
me,
probably
the
do is
biggest
put-
matchup for me is Cooper Kupp versus our secondary. That's my biggest matchup of the game.
Not
that guy
just-
has
like
been,
that too.
Not
That
just
guy's been
not
out
just
of
Why are you
Cooper
Cooper
shaking your
Kupp.
head, Simon?
You
Let's
got
hear it.
OBJ too.
No, the biggest matchup is the D line versus offensive line. We're missing 3 starters on our offensive line.
Exactly.
Our
but Cooper
O-line
Kupp
is
has been getting
trash.
400 yards.
Cooper,
a game. This
Cooper
guy's
Kupp
been
is gonna
killing it.
Cooper Kupp's gonna get his no matter what. He's an all pro this year. He's gonna
Killing
get
it.
And
he's gonna
nope,
get his no matter what. I'm not. If Cooper Kupp catches 10 balls for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, I wouldn't even be surprised. To be honest,
Right.
Well,
I
what
think
if
that
OBJ
could be
has 100 yards?
Right. And
okay. I'd be just a
and
little.
not just Cooper Kupp. I was gonna say watch out for OBJ
I
also.
don't give a fuck about OBJ. He's
If
he's
OBJ
good.
he's
has
a
more than
crybaby,
3
bitch.
catches for 10
He's
yards,
already
I'm gonna be
regret-
mad.
probably
he's
get
already
hurt.
regretting going to
But
Yeah, I
that's
don't
what they're
care
going to
about
look
OBJ.
at, though. That's what they're going to look at. They're going to look at our
Yeah.
secondary. That's how they're going to try to kill us, the secondary, because
Well,
after what happened last
but-
week, this week,
Yeah, and the offensive
I'm
line
worried.
versus D line, yeah, that's going to be an intriguing matchup. Like
Yeah,
we're
Billy
supposed-
Turner's gonna
how
have
we're
his
gonna-
hands full
how
with
we're
Miller.
Aaron Donald too.
How good
Aaron
is
Donald
that
should
with
have
the
Von
offensive line?
Miller, Floyd.
They're pretty stout. I think they're pretty. They're top 10 in the league.
So we
in
lost
defensive
Elton
line.
Jenkins. We lost Elton Jenkins. That's going to kill us, man. We're not going to have
Josh
Bakhtiari this
Neiman.
week. We don't have Myers. We are lacking on offensive line. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, we are bad.
Yeah, we're down
They gotta
bad
flip
this
the
year.
ball sooner.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it changes our offensive philosophy and how we're gonna attack
Well-
defending their
Well,
D
last
line.
year-
Well, as
We're
of
gonna
right
have-
now, we're the number
Playing
2
South
seed
Bowl.
in the NFL power rankings.
Yep.
Well, we're
We need
number
Arizona
2
to
in the
lose.
NFL power
I'll
rankings.
tell you what.
Lewis
Arizona.
and
One thing
Tijuana's gotta
as far as
step
that
in,
matchup
step up.
goes,
we had time, guys.
it's gonna I would say expect us to double team Aaron Donald each time just to keep him neutralized.
And we don't have, you know what? I just mentioned 3 guys we don't have on the offensive line that we desperately need. We also don't have Tanyan anymore. It's just like it's
Yeah.
stacking up with the guys that
Yeah,
like
you could say
Tanyan-
the injuries are starting to catch up now.
Yeah.
But
Need to get
Tanyan's
healthy.
that guy that when your right tackle is block or maybe your right guard even
You're blind
is blocking
when
Aaron Donald, Tanyan's the guy that comes from the side and just blasts you.
Yeah.
We don't have that no more.
Yeah,
I think
But yeah,
DeGuara
DeGuara.
stepped it up a little bit, though. I think he
DeGuara's
looks.
been great.
I think he looks pretty good, honestly. Like he's not going to go out there, and I don't expect him to get, like a double-digit touchdown year or anything. But as far as blocking goes, like he's basically just.
He's been great.
He's an H back. He's been great.
He's
We
not.
got to get
Tanyan,
the
though,
run
is
game
the
going.
problem.
We just got to get that run game going.
Yeah.
So and help that
Yeah.
offensive line.
So why
that's
didn't we run
that's
more
one of the
last game?
keys.
Well,
Why
Because
didn't
we
we
were
run more
playing
last game?
catch-up.
AJ Dillon was gashing
Yeah.
them. Why didn't we run more
Because
last
we were
game?
playing catch up.
And Dylan
Dylan
didn't.
Two
I'm
weeks
talking
ago.
about first
Yeah.
half.
This is
Well,
what.
Dylan wasn't getting much yards rushing against them.
He was
only
averaging
had
4.8
No, he
yards a
averaged
carry.
4.8 yards a carry.
He was
he was
gashing them.
gashing
He
them, yeah.
was.
So
Damn.
this,
Yeah,
and
and
this is what I
Trust that
said. This is what I
Minnesota
said. What?
defense.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, the Minnesota secondary was trash. They gave up 385 yards to Rodgers.
So this
And
is
he
what
did
I
most
said
of
like
that.
2
He
weeks
did
ago.
most of that in the second
And
half.
also- And also, we can mention they gave up 100+ yards receiving to both Devontae Adams and MVS.
MVS
And
at 123
and
or
I don't
something
even
like
know
that,
how
right?
many
Yep.
yards we gave up just in penalties alone. You know what I'm saying?
We had 83 yards of penalties.
See,
I
that's
thought it was
fucking
90.
crazy.
With 10,
We're at
and
least
we-
penalized
Maybe it was.
people,
Hold
on,
but
let me
last
go look.
week we weren't.
Yeah,
But don't act like they killed us. So
I
just
know
so
we-
you guys know,
I
be
know
prepared
we
for
had-
that.
It's all right
Yeah, I know
because
we
what's
had
funny
10
about it is to them that was a Super Bowl. After the game, they actually passed out rings.
Yeah,
So when
and
we-
celebrated.
So
Yep.
what? I mean, think
Oh, I'm
about
sorry,
it. Now.
you
Think
were
of
right,
it this way: how
92.
did that affect us?
92.
We're still going to win a division. We're still
When we win the Super
bowl.
Bowl, the Vikings
This
need
was
to go,
what
well,
I
we at
call
least
a
beat you
fly
guys.
by fly week. We're just trying to get by to the end. You know what I'm saying?
So Simon, what was it that you were saying last week about this whole running thing? Because I swear to God, I sat there and went, why didn't we run the ball more? AJ Dillon was gashing them. He was.
So this is what I'm saying about like Matt LaFleur. I can't remember who I was talking to this about this. Is whenever we go down by 2 scores, he just gives up on the run game. It doesn't matter if it's working or not, because like we mentioned, AJ Dillon was getting 4.8 yards per carry.
Dude's
Like,
a
why
beast.
were we not running anymore?
Yeah, no,
He was killing the Vikings.
He was
Actually, he was
boring.
pretty good through the air too. I'm pretty sure he had like
Yeah.
40 or 50 yards receiving.
Yeah,
He had 40+ yards receiving,
that's
Yeah.
why I always
And-
said the Vikings.
and he had
defense
50
is
yards,
trash.
and he had 50+
The
rushing.
Vikings defense. Look, here's the difference. Like the Vikings defense is just legitimate trash. They're just not good. Our
Yeah.
defense. I'm
They were
willing
banged
to
up
say-
last week, man. They
I'm
were
willing
banged
to
up
die
last
on
week,
this
bro.
hill saying that our defense just didn't have a good game.
I
That
think
one,
what it was because we didn't have Gary and we didn't have the pass rush. We didn't.
You know,
we had,
one-
we had to
Yeah,
actually
it's a
blitz
lot
more.
of guys. It's plenty of guys we're missing right now that we need to get back.
One
Yeah, I mean-
positive thing is we held Dalvin Cook under 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I was going to mention that how our rush defense was great all game. It
Yeah.
really was.
Yep. And Dalvin Cook didn't have 100 yards rushing
Yeah.
against us.
He didn't do anything. To be
Michael
honest.
wants to know.
He had a couple
Everybody,
good
hey,
catches.
Michael in the comments wants to know
Yeah.
what's everyone's opinion on DeGario, that other
DeGuara?
tight end.
DeGuara.
DeGuara.
Yeah, if I even
DeGuara?
pronounced it correct.
DeGuara's been a nice filler for Tanyan, but like I said earlier, he's not Tanyan is the problem.
But
Yeah.
he made
He's
some
not.
clutch pass.
I can't even talk about him because big bobs.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Big Bob is.
It hurts.
Can't even see it now. It hurts.
Yeah,
Big bob's not here.
DeGuara's been looking decent enough. I can't say he's going to be that explosive tight end that we normally have, but he's decent enough.
I
as
think they'll
is.
start using them more and more as the season goes. I
Right.
think they'll
Hey,
use them more and
everybody
more.
that's watching, please give us a share to any football group you're in. We appreciate it. But
And
most
Viking
importantly,
fans take notes.
give us your score predictions in the comments for the Packers versus the Rams.
Rams.
Type in your comments. Let's see what your predictions
One
are.
thing I love about DeGuara is he can play fullback. I love that about him.
Yeah,
he
I do
plays
too.
fullback all the time.
Well,
Right,
He's good at it.
right.
at least when it comes to this Rams game, some guys we might get back. Like
Yeah.
at least we know Aaron Jones will be back for this one.
I'm just thankful that for once in our lifetime we have a late bye. Usually
Yeah.
we get it so
Yeah, we
fucking
usually get
early.
like week 4 or some
Yeah,
shit.
we're like, well, this don't help us
And-
for shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
And-
LaFleur was bitching about it at the beginning of the season. Like, look, we're not getting any rest. And then
Yeah.
we're sitting here going, look, This bye
It's in a perfect
late,
slot now.
Yeah,
couldn't
it is,
agree.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Hitting this bye.
And another thing to be concerned about the bye is that whenever we get off the bye, we play like garbage
Well,
the
thank
next
God we
game.
play the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. So when we come off our bye, we play the Bears. Oh, that's cool. So we get 2 byes in a row. Wow.
Wait. The savior Andy Dalton's playing now.
Oh, the
Boy.
savior. Red Rifle.
Red
No,
Rifle.
wait
Yeah,
a
he
minute. You
looks
guys
so
can't be.
good.
You can't. Remember, you guys can't. Like you guys.
Aaron Rodgers is going to teach him why you don't
Did
play
you
with a
know
rifle. He's going to
Fields?
shoot his eye out. Watch.
Fields has to be on the field, right? Because Fields supposed to be this god that doesn't get hurt, and he's
Fields the GOAT, isn't he?
Yeah, he had
He's supposed to be
Fields.
the GOAT.
He's been taking so many hits over the year. You'd think he was supposed to be Brett Favre kind of tough.
I really think Dalton is their better shot at winning any games, to be truthful.
Oh, exactly. I think so
I
too.
agree with that. I agree with
And
that.
I'm not even trying to troll. I don't think Fields
Now,
is ready yet. If you're trying to
Their
win,
offense
go,
runs a
guys.
lot more smoother with Dalton.
Well, the only assessment I got on Fields is if he stopped getting hit so much, he would have survived.
I feel
that's
like
on
the
him.
thing on the analysis
The rating.
on Fields is if he didn't suck, he'd be better. That's
Okay,
like
we got Chris says
true.
Green Bay
I'm
Packers
just saying.
30, Rams
What?
26. Michael says
Like,
31,
I'm just-
17.
I'm not gonna lie,
Packers.
Bill. I don't think look. I'm the guy that always thinks we're gonna lose. I don't think it's gonna be that close. I really think we're gonna win like 30-17. I really do.
No, I
Well,
didn't pay attention,
to be
but has
honest-
Rodgers
Really
practiced at all this week, or is he just going to play again?
He's just gonna play. He's not practicing
I
this
don't
week.
like that he doesn't practice. I
Yeah, I'm
honestly
sorry.
think that's why we're looking like shit in the first half of these
All right.
next 2 games, bro.
John Dorn said 49ers 38, Vikings 17. I think that's pretty good. I like that.
I don't know about that one. I mean,
And there you
I
just
could
went like-
trust. I mean, as much as I could trust the idea the 49ers could beat Minnesota, I don't know if it's going to be by that much.
Yeah, I don't
If
know
we're
if they
being
get
honest, the
13
Niners
points.
are
Come on
playing
now.
good
I mean-
football
I
right
mean,
now. They are.
Yeah.
That was
And-
my
yeah, I'm gonna
half
say-
Yeah,
goal.
they were.
about to
I'll
say
give the
that.
Vikings that. They
I
definitely
was about to
impressed me
say
last
that.
week.
The
But the
Niners
only
are playing
reason
good
why
football.
is because Rodgers
Yeah,
played like shit
I'm
in the
giving-
first half.
Yeah.
If
I was gonna
Rodgers would
say
have played
that
like he
myself.
did in the first half, like he did in the second half,
Game would have been over.
yeah.
As much as I shit on
And-
Jimmy Garoppolo, he's been playing actually not that bad lately. It hasn't been bad.
Yeah. And I was about to say, San Francisco, they're definitely peaking at the right time.
They are.
Especially in terms of you still have especially as far as keeping your playoff hopes alive, you got to peak at the right time, and they are.
So watch the Niners. The Vikings are like, look, we got a chance at the playoffs now. We beat the Packers. Watch the Niners swoop in there and just destroy their chances.
Who's
Can
the
I-
starter
can I
right
make
now
like a
for-
bold
who's the starter
prediction?
right now for the Niners?
Huh?
Who's the starting QB for the Niners right now?
Jimmy
Garoppolo.
Garoppolo, and he's been playing
Okay.
Jimmy
pretty
G.
well actually
Yeah,
recently.
yeah, bad. He was
Can
playing
I
good.
make a bold prediction for the NFC?
Go ahead.
I think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to win the NFC East.
Really?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Look, that
I
is the
think-
most
hold on.
surprising
Can
thing
I-
in the NFC.
Can I?
That is.
I think the Cowboys are on a downward spiral, and Philadelphia is only getting better.
The
Like
Cowboys
they
are
look
all hype.
solid, and their
Cowboys are
schedule
all
is pretty
hype.
favorable.
Tampa. I think
The
Tampa's
Cow-
overrated too. I think.
The Cowboys
Um,
really are all hype and no truth. They
Like,
are
I-
just straight hype.
I think the Cowboys catch a wild card, and Philly gets the NFC East spot.
I projected Philly to win 3 games this year, and they're just demolishing everything I ever talked about them. Like they are.
They have a very favorable schedule going forward.
Hurts
They do.
actually doesn't look
After
that
the bye
bad.
week.
I thought Hurts was.
I
gonna
like
fall off the planet.
Hurts. I like Hurts a lot. Excuse me.
Hey,
And
Well.
his top receiver, Devontae Smith, that rookie.
That guy's a superstar in the
Yeah,
making. He
he's
really is.
solid. You know, not to shift to like fantasy or anything. I saw the dumbest trade in fantasy. I'm in a dynasty league. Someone traded Cole Beasley straight up for Devonta Smith.
I would take Devontae Smith
I was
to
like,
every day of the
what?
week. Devontae
Funniest shit
Smith
I
is
ever
a
saw.
superstar wide
Yeah.
receiver in the making.
He
So
really
let me ask all you guys this: do you think the Lions will actually get a W this year?
If you didn't
They
get a W
should.
on Thursday,
They
if you didn't get a
should.
W on Thanksgiving, you're never getting
No.
a W. That was your
Yeah,
own
they might be the Vikings. Yep, they might beat the
They
Vikings.
should.
They almost beat the
Yep,
Vikings.
yep.
They lost a shot at the W, man. They lost against the Bears. Come on, man.
Who they got left? Who they got left? I don't even know. They got us. They got the Vikings again.
They're not beating us.
Yeah, the Cowboys look dangerous, but Mike McCarthy, we've already all known, he's not good in clutch games, bro.
Like I said, I think the Cowboys are on a downward spiral.
Games.
As far as the rest of the Cowboys schedule goes, yeah, it's much easier down the road. Like, as far as their last few games left, their next game is the Saints. They got 2 more games left against the Washington football team.
Who's been playing well recently.
They got 1 more game against the Giants, 1 more against Philly.
And they got to play against the Eagles, who have been playing well recently.
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
And the other game they got to play is against the Cardinals.
I'm wondering even if the Vikings are going to make the playoffs, because, I mean, depending on how many wins you think they'll need. I mean, if you think they need 10, if you think they need to win 10 games. Well, if you think, wait a minute. If you think they need 10 games, then they have to win. Oh shit! They gotta basically win 5 out of the next 7, right? So,
they definitely better sweep the Bears.
Wow.
And 5 out of 7's tough. You know, I mean, you guys have to only have 2 losses. You know, Green Bay is going to come back and win 1 of those games. So.
Oh, like I said, Dave,
another one.
Check this out. Look.
And also,
okay, we got the Rams. Then we got our bye week. Then we got the Bears.
We're
Second bye week.
Another bye
Yeah,
week.
hang on. We got the Bears coming to Lambeau. Then we're going to the Ravens. Then the
I'm not
Browns
scared of the Ravens either.
Coming to Green Bay.
Me
The
neither.
Vikings
They're not
coming to
playing
Green
well.
Bay, and we're done. We're gonna
The
win
Ravens
out.
are a very overrated team. Like
Yeah,
you
we're
have,
gonna, dude, especially if
you have a
Rashawn Gary
lightning
is back,
quarterback, but you have the Ravens have not played well. They haven't.
Yeah.
Their secondary's trash too.
It is.
Yeah,
It's bad.
And also,
They have no receivers.
Did you also mention we're playing the Browns on Christmas?
Yeah.
I don't know. If the
I'm not
days
scared of the
promise you,
Browns
Darren.
either.
Yeah,
Hey, Darren, for Christmas,
they're coming to
we're gonna-
Green Bay though.
I'm
It's
giving
gonna
you
be
this
a very
present right
Merry
here,
Christmas
Darian. This is
football
my
in Green Bay.
this
It's
this
gonna
is
be
my
cold and
Christmas
snowy.
present to you, Darian. We're gonna
Yep,
kick their
real
fucking ass that day. Okay?
Yeah, real cool.
The Browns are not gonna beat us. They are not.
Then you have
Everybody
Detroit
watch
coming
it,
to us at the end of the
stay
season.
tuned. In about
Yeah.
another 10-15 minutes, we're gonna do what we call open mic, and we're gonna
Well,
allow other
Are we
fans.
gonna
Okay.
overhash
Okay.
here or what?
And I was going to mention the rest of the Lions games they got left. Their
I was
next
gonna
game,
do that.
their next game they got the Vikings.
That's a
Then
loss.
then they're getting the Broncos.
Not winning that.
Oh, that's
After-
a loss.
After them, they got the Cardinals.
Yeah.
That's
Not
a
winning
loss.
that game.
After the Cardinals, they're going to Atlanta. to
I
play
could
the
see them
Falcons.
beating Atlanta.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
No.
I could see
Hey,
them
Atlanta
beating
we
sucks,
got-
bro.
we got a
They're
guy in the
so
comments.
bad, dude.
Hey, we got a guy
I
in the
can see
comments.
Jared Goff's greatest
Come on,
game
bro,
of his
the Bears
career
didn't
is
win
against
to
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I
Yeah.
can see it.
Atlanta's
I
so
can see it.
trash, bro.
I'm not sure what fan base this
Come on,
clown
man.
or guy
Chicago's
is.
even
His
trash,
name's
bro.
Michael
They were so
Larson,
well.
but he's in the
that dude-
comments.
He's a-
saying-
that's
you
a
mean
Viking-
the guy that
that's a
disappeared
Vikings
for
troll.
fucking 8 weeks
That's
or
a
however
Vikings
long?
Oh,
Hey,
you know who it is,
let's-
Nick? Oh, okay. I don't know
That's
who
a
it is.
Vikings
but
fan.
he's-
Hey,
Wow.
Darian, look at the Vikings schedule, because, okay, let's see if you guys all think they need 10 wins to get into the playoffs.
They're not getting 10
Let's see.
wins.
Let's see what their schedule looks
we
like,
can
because
win
if you
out
got to
very
win
easily.
the next
Okay,
5,
I had
the next
round up
5 out of
I had
7,
round- Okay, sorry, David. I was about to say I didn't round up the rest of the Lions schedule. Like, their next game after the Falcons, they would have to play the Seahawks. Then their last game, they come to us.
Oh, Russell
They got
Wilson
us.
is not letting the winless Detroit Lions beat him. He
no,
will
I
pull a
think their only
rabbit out
shot
of
is
his
to beat
ass
Atlanta.
before he allows that.
Their
to
only
happen.
shot is to
Hey,
beat
Okay.
Atlanta.
Carroll's gonna fire
Now-
if you let
And
Detroit
isn't
now-
win,
Matty
bro.
Ryan still
Okay.
quarterback? He was playing pretty good. I see him on fantasy.
Matty
now.
Ice
He's
is still
trash,
out.
man.
He
He's
said
done.
he's trash.
He's so
Can his
bad
trash
now.
ass beat
Ever
the
since the
Lions,
Super
though?
Bowl,
That's
he
what we
went
need to know.
downhill, man.
Hey, can his trash ass beat the Lions though?
I
Come on,
mean, I'm
man.
not sure. I'm not sure about that game, honestly.
Hell yeah, his trash
Well,
ass to beat the Lions, bro.
He better.
I mean,
be.
the
Matty,
Lions are
you-
bad, but
Hey,
Atlanta's equally
Darian,
as bad.
can the Falcons beat the
Come
Lions?
on. Chicago had nothing on offense. Nothing. No
Yeah.
receivers. He won.
yes, the
Yeah.
Falcons will beat the Lions.
You think so,
I don't-
Dave?
Hey, I was
Here's
gonna
why.
say,
That's
The
a
Lions
coin
are
flip
trash.
game,
So find some way to
I was
screw it
gonna,
up.
I was
They're
gonna
both
say,
trash.
I was gonna say, if the Georgia curse doesn't affect the Falcons with this game, they should beat them.
The Georgia curse.
No.
Isn't the
Yeah,
Georgia
that's-
curse
that's
done?
what-
They just won the World Series.
Yeah, that's what they call it. It still exists with the Falcons, though.
Oh.
It's going to be like a game like 13-10. That's going to be the final score. It's going to be like that kind of a
Probably.
game.
Look,
Yeah,
it's
that game's
Four
gonna be a
quarters
dumpster
of-
fire.
It's going to make the Thanksgiving
Okay.
game look like a fucking playoff game. How
What's
many
up, Tremont
fucking points?
Davis? Oh, we
Now-
got Big
now-
Cheese Smalls in the comments. What's
Yeah.
up, buddy?
Okay, now I'll give you the Vikings schedule. After San Fran, they travel to Detroit.
That's a win.
that's a win.
That's a trap game right there, man.
Yeah.
After
That's a win, man. I
After-
have no faith in Detroit.
It's
this
a
year
trap
anymore.
game, Simon. It's a trap
Okay.
game.
Now remember, they can't take more than 2 losses. And
right
You
after
gotta remember, they
Detroit,
can only win half their games.
Yeah, right.
after Detroit, they host the Steelers. After Detroit, they're hosting the Steelers.
Big Ben's gonna
Where
torch
at?
them.
Where at? Are they at Pittsburgh or they at Minnesota?
No, Pittsburgh's coming to Minnesota.
Oh, that Minnesota's winning that then.
Yeah, I think they're winning that game.
Minnesota's
Pittsburgh's
winning
not
that
that
game,
good,
bro.
dude.
Minnesota's
Okay.
winning that game, bro.
After Pittsburgh, they travel to Chicago.
So real
I
quick,
think that's a
God.
win too.
These
can I
are all
ask you guys a
wins right
question
now.
real quick? I just want to ask you guys a
What's
question.
up, Nick? What's your question, real quick?
'Tis the season. It's
That
about
was
to be
that wasn't
December.
quick enough, dude.
How many of y'all have 2 Christmas trees in your house? Because my wife believes you need to have 2 of them.
no.
I got a zero.
Oh,
Kelly.
I have
I only
fucking
have one.
zero.
I mean,
Dude,
unless
you
you're,
put that
unless
shit
you're
up till
putting one
December
outside to
1st.
decorate.
None.
Are you putting one outside to decorate?
No, we have
Oh,
2
okay.
in the house.
Take her to
Why?
Menards and show her what the Christmas blow-ups
Hey,
are.
that's
Thank
one
you
hell of an
later.
electric bill.
Okay.
He's got one in the bedroom so he can pee on it. Fucking
Simon asked why.
Wow.
Why is the perfect question.
Yeah, why?
I agree with you. Why?
I have 0, so I'll average it out
Yeah.
with you, and we each have 1. There you
Okay, okay.
go.
Hey, Bill.
The,
I heard for Christmas you're getting some Packers stock, but you got it early.
Yeah, yep.
Bill is a
Anybody
brother.
else buy any stock?
Yeah, I
Some
bought
Packers
You go to the
Did you?
Bears now.
Fortunately, no.
Yeah, see, now I own 3 teams: the Lions, Bears, and the Packers. Now that's kinda
David,
cool.
can I ask you why you didn't get some Packers stock?
Why? Because I don't have the money to buy the Packers stock. If I had money, I'd buy the Packers stock easy, man.
He said I'd buy 3 of them if I could.
I'd buy fucking 4 or 5 of them. Shit. I'd hang them all up at my damn wall, but
Just
yeah.
sell body parts, dude.
What about
Sell yourself on the
Darian,
corner.
John, and JR? Did you guys get some Packers stock?
I wish I
no.
could.
No.
No.
It's
That's
still,
really-
it's still
bro.
going
Really.
right now. It's still going. There's still some left.
That
all the way
300
to
going
February
in my bike.
25th.
What,
Well, you
what
never
they at?
know.
They're- I think they sold
Okay.
185,000 now.
I might give
The
in.
first
Hey,
day they did.
Oh,
fellas, not to cut you off, wanted to finish out the rest of the schedule for Minnesota for
Yeah, go
David.
ahead.
I was gonna say after Chicago, they're hosting the Rams.
That's a loss.
oh,
That's a loss.
That's
That's
one.
3 losses right here.
That's
Niners,
probably the
Rams,
one
and
where
Packers.
Zimmer gets
Yep.
fired
Niners,
and they
Rams,
pull
and
the
Packers.
plug on
That's
him.
one.
After the
No, that's
Rams,
2.
after the Rams, they're coming to Green Bay.
That's a
Oh,
loss.
no. I think we're gonna win that game too.
Yep. And
Oh,
and
yeah,
and their last game of the season, they're hosting the Bears.
That's a win.
No. They'll win.
They're losing one of those
could you
games.
guys-
Half
wait
their
a-
game.
They're losing
Before
3
that,
games.
though, before
David.
those
They're losing
games,
3 games. They're losing against the
They
Niners.
played the
us.
Steelers after the Lions. I feel like that's a horrible matchup for the Vikings. And I think they're going
I
to lose
do
that
too. I
game.
think
it's that
Big Ben's
bad.
going to pull a rabbit out of his ass and he's going to torch them.
I think,
Yeah.
I think the Steelers are going to
And-
beat
Come
them
on,
that
Simon.
game.
You
Watch
got
it
to be
happen.
optimistic here, brother. You
You
got
know
to
what,
be
Simon?
Optimistic.
All these games that the Vikings
And to
lose,
be-
there's so many of them. You
One at a time,
And I'm-
everybody. One at a time.
Yeah, and to be honest, I could see the Bears stealing one of the 2 from Minnesota.
Yeah, they
Yep.
do almost every year.
I can too, to
The
be
Bears
truthful
are
with you.
such a dog shit
Don't-
team. I just
don't
don't
that
think so.
quarterback.
Yeah, the Bears
Fucking
are
dog
pretty dog shit, though. I'm going to have
Oh
to.
yeah, but they were
horrible
dogs shit
there.
last year, and they still could steal one from the
When the
Vikings because I
winless
don't know.
Lions almost whooped your ass prime time, that's pretty fucked up, bro. Like, I would deactivate my Facebook account.
Could you imagine being the Lions and losing by a last-second field goal to the Vikings and the Bears in the same year? You're just sitting
Nobody
there
can
like,
imagine being the Lions. Nobody.
Wow.
I mean,
And
losing to a
they-
guy
and
that
they
looks
lost
like the
the
kid
game.
from
And they
losing to a
lost
guy,
to
losing to a
the
guy who looks like the
Ravens.
bully from Christmas Story is not
that's what I
good.
was gonna say
Losing
too.
to Scott Farkas is
So what
not
do you guys
good.
think, man? You guys ready to beat up on some Viking fans? Should we let them
Bring
in?
him in
Oh,
here.
can we do predictions real quick first?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
let's
ahead.
do
Start
predictions real quick.
Go ahead.
All right, I'll start off. I think
It's
I'll
gonna
make
be
it
rough
quick.
for me.
I think we win 30-24.
Okay.
John Dorn, go for it.
I think we're gonna go 34-28.
All right. Adarian, go for it.
I say 28-24 Green Bay.
All right. David Henderson.
If we win 27-21 Green Bay.
And JR.
34-31 Green Bay.
I think
What
that
about
game
you,
could
Bill?
go either way, though. It can go
I'm
either
gonna
way.
Slater Bill, what do
go
you think?
34-17 Packers.
I'm going 30. I'm going 30-17 Packers. We're going to win this game, boys. We're going to win this game.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I feel pretty good about it, to be honest.
I feel like that defense is
I
gonna be
mean,
a Rodgers face,
I'm
bro.
just
I
being,
think we
I'm just
actually
being
match up
honest.
with them very well. I think we do.
I think it's gonna be a shootout too, and I hope we get the ball the last time.
One other
Well,
thing,
here's the
we're one of two teams in the league that
Start
are
letting them in,
undefeated at home.
fellas. I don't know
right
who
now.
this is, the real deal. It's
Don't let
probably
them in
somebody
yet.
dumb.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just being
I think
honest.
it comes down to our offensive
I
line.
just- Yeah, whatever we get from our defense will make a difference with this.
I think, look, just because this is how football works, I think because we sucked so bad on defense this last week.
What is that picture?
Watch the defense play great this
Is
week.
that Bill?
We're-
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I want to say one thing.
The
No,
weirdos
hold on a minute, Darren. Let me speak. I want to say one thing before these guys come on. Be prepared for this. One, they're going to say that they act like they beat us by 100 points. They're going to act like
Already
we dominated the division.
Talk
They're going to act
slow.
like they're the best. They're going to act like now that Green Bay, they're not like what 2-3 against Green Bay in like the last 5 years. They're just going to continue to pile on the bullshit. So everybody, get your shovel, give your shovels out, because the bullshit's going to get pretty deep.
So
Because now they're gonna have white stains all around their mouth from fucking.
Hey, now you guys
So
really,
weird.
hey, seriously,
Cousins.
hang on a second, guys. Take a good look at this. You don't see, this is a rare form, a Detroit Lion fan live.
Stupid.
Not only that,
Yeah.
Like,
One
there's
that
not
has
very
Oh, is he
many
live?
names left out there.
One that
We're
has
almost
your-
extinct, guys, so get a
a
screenshot.
Lions
If you
fan
got a
that has
question,
a woman's
give him a
name and has
question.
long hair.
Darcy, are you
Long-
going to win at least
Long
one?
hair, don't
Darcy.
care like Clay Matthews or Troy Polamalu.
Only in Canada could you name a man Darcy.
He said only you can.
Long hair, don't care like Clay
Where the hell
Matthews.
did he go?
Perhaps. Got Clay Matthews hair.
So,
He got offended that
Hey,
fast.
let's ask him some questions. Hey, Darcy, do you see you getting a win this year?
He just shook his head no. He just went.
Well, let me
"No."
ask him a question, Darcy. How many pairs of Depends?
We actually
Martha
have
Ford
another
Depends do you
Detroit
own?
Lion fan on.
How many pairs of
Jerry's
Martha
here.
Ford Depends do you own? One or two? Do you own the stinky pair? Like when it's already worn from?
so stupid.
Hey, Jerry,
Hey, should we
Darcy,
let Darren in or should we leave him
are
in the
you guys
lobby?
winning again this year?
Jerry's
Yes
on
or
it.
no?
Cherry's actually fucking. Cherry's all right.
Jerry, are you guys winning a game this year? Yes or no?
No.
You don't think so? Atlanta's beatable.
Cherry's fucking legit. He's gonna be legit. Like fuck no. I'm sorry,
Hey,
but
Atlanta's beatable.
I respect you,
looked us
Cherry.
dead in the
Oh,
face and
Simon's
went,
still on
"Nah."
the Atlanta
Yeah.
shit.
I
Oh
think-
no, we got a
I think
Vikings
they have
fan
a chance
on.
against
Darren's
Atlanta.
on.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
being
Leave It to
hopeful.
Beavers on. If you guys ever watch
up,
that show,
Darren?
Leave It to Beavers,
Leave
you
It
wonder
to
what happened to
Beaver.
him.
Bro, listen.
This is
I
him right
actually
here,
like
man.
Darren.
Welcome,
Darren's
Darren,
cool.
man. It's a pleasure to have you on, bud.
Listen. We just made Andy Dalton look like a Pro Bowler. We're gonna make Matt Ryan look like a fucking Super Bowl
So,
fucking
Cherry,
defender.
Cherry, let me ask you this, Cherry. If Andy Dalton didn't play quarterback on Thursday and Justin Fields did play quarterback, would you guys have won?
We would have
Probably.
lost probably by a touchdown.
You would have lost by more if Fields played.
I think so, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll be
Danny's
right
on.
back in like 3 minutes, guys. Okay.
All right.
Hurry up, the bullshit's gonna get deep.
Hello there, Bear Dan.
What's going on?
What's up?
Dan's a realist too. Dan, how you recovering from a game? I mean, you were kind of biting your nails there from start to finish. I talked to you for a while, and you were kind of like, "Shit, we better not lose."
I thought we were
I saw
going
the
to
look
lose.
on your face.
He
You were
thought
ready to
he was the
go.
Lions, and he was going to have to hear about it all year.
Question for you, Dan. Does the game give you a different perspective as far as trusting Andy Dalton to play for the rest of the season?
I'd rather see Dalton, but Fields sit him, let him learn more. I mean, hate to see. I mean, we've seen him get hurt already.
Yeah, yours truly had that idea that all them hits he was taking would catch up to him eventually.
Yep.
Right.
And I kept saying that in the beginning of the year. I knew it was going to
I said
happen.
that too.
A lot of Bear fans were saying that, and I'm like, he's going to get the shit beat out of him. He better not play. And they're like, no, he's got the most talent. He's got to play. And I'm like, you're going to get the shit. You're going to get him beat up. You're just going to knock him
doesn't know.
Justin Fields overrated. I'm telling you that right fucking now.
Fields already
I
doesn't
think
know
he
how to
is.
read a defense. He doesn't know how to shift his offensive line, and you guys are beating his brain in. It's just
And
going
yet
to get
he-
worse.
And yet he's still better than Jared Goff.
Well,
well,
a lot of people
That
are,
is
but
facts.
Jerry, we could have
Yeah.
told you that before you got him, all right? We could.
Jerry's he's so mad at the Lions right now. He's willing to call Scott Mitchell just to play for a fucking game. He don't
Jerry,
give
as
a
a
shit.
fan, is willing to shit on his own team. That's how mad he is about it this year. He's like, this is just awful.
It is. It is awful.
Cherry, not to be a troll or anything, but as far as Detroit's situation goes, what would you think your team has to do to progress going forward next year?
Fire the Fords.
Personally, if you look at this year, I think if we would have had a better defense, we would have won a game by now. Even with Jared
Your
Goff.
defense is the most hurt defense in the league, to be honest.
Well, we're the
You have so many
youngest.
injuries.
We're one of the youngest teams in the league too.
Yeah.
It sucks, but I think
if you got rid of the Fords, it would change,
Yeah.
though? Don't you think
But-
things would get better?
Sometimes being young is a good thing. Like at least you have plenty of growing up to do, and you can
Not if
develop
you're
chemistry
Okuda.
with those guys.
See, Ford's. I'm mixed on the whole Ford's trade, getting rid of the team. Like, I don't know if it's the Fords that is causing this issue, but if you look at the one factor that the Lions have had over the last 50 fucking years, and that's the Ford, right? That's the one thing that hasn't changed is the
Common
Ford.
denominator.
So,
And
yeah,
that's
so
what I kept telling a lot of the other Lion fans, Cherry, because some of them say it's not the Fords. The Fords don't get involved. Well, if you look at between Martha Ford and her husband, the record that they have owning the Lions, it's terrible. Since they've taken over, so it's like decisions. Some of the decisions
when
he's
a Lions
made,
fan says it's not the Fords.
gone.
So the Fords didn't hire Matt Patricia? They're not the ones that got all these people in place to fuck the team up?
that is where my like on the fence lies, because they also hired Jim Caldwell, and Jim Caldwell we had winning seasons with Jim Caldwell, right? So I mean,
Well,
like,
what about Jim Cooter?
He was the offensive coordinator.
Cooter was good, but
now he's probably making Dukes of Hazzard movies now.
Probably.
What about Ricky Bobby that you guys just hired?
He was good. He didn't fit Matt Patricia's fucking dream or
No,
fucking.
Matt Patricia just wasn't a good coach. That's all there was to it. He's not a good coach.
A lot of people said it was Cooter that was the problem with Matt Patricia was the year, but it wasn't. I think it was Matt Patricia. It wasn't Cooter. It was Patricia.
I think it was Matt Patricia. I agree with you. I think it was Matt Patricia.
Cooter didn't he run a few was he was offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator? He was offense. So he did run some plays. There was times where he was running doing the play calling and they were doing okay. And then
well, yeah, because we had Caldwell and we had Caldwell and Cooter, and we won 11 games one year when we had those. So we won games when we had it. I mean, then we fire him for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah, you guys fired Caldwell, who was the last coach that had a winning season for you guys, multiple winnings.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
and
their last.
that's
Yeah, they already
showed.
showed. And if I recall, they did show the droughts for Detroit in that game against the Bears. Like some of the noticeable ones being the last playoff appearance being 2017.
So I know Darren jumped on because he was looking for Robert.
Oh no! Look who's on.
But
look who
since
just
Robert
jumped
Albright
on.
isn't here, Nick said that he'll school your fucking Leave It to Beaver looking ass.
Holy shit!
I like Darren. I actually like Darren. Hey, Darren.
Darren is all right. He is. He's a trooper.
Look
man.
who
He'll
jumped
fight
on.
tooth
It's
and nail to
Dickhead
the
Sullivan's
motherfucking
on.
How did you feel after
Now
that
this
game
Homer
on Sunday?
Simpson
Did you
looking
feel
clown,
good?
John Sullivan. Now that dude's a douchebag.
Hey, it's just another win. I mean, we can't let up off the gas. We got the Niners next, and the Niners have lost 13 out of the 15 games they played at home. So
hey, can we see what your ring looks like? That
and also we could mention the Niners are in the same bout as the Vikings. Like their playoff hopes are still alive too.
They're in that limbo swamp where it's
Why are they so ass out?
They're on the outside looking in.
Oh no! Here we go. Another homer coming in.
Fuck, dumb it down, guys. Fucking talk real slow.
So Darren and John,
Nick,
just real quick.
Slow, Nick.
Oh, damn it. Oh, my God. So Darren and John, I just want to tell you guys, congrats to your team on that win. That was a good win. It was a wonderful game to watch, right? It was entertaining. For Rob,
it was a very entertaining
you're
game
retarded, Rob, so
from
fuck
both
you.
sides.
Whoa! I just literally got on here 2 seconds ago.
Oh, right. Hey, the guy that was talking a lot of shit.
Willie
The guy
Nesbitt.
that was talking a lot of shit. Shit before
Willie
he was
Nesbitt.
ghosted. He was
What's going
ghosted before.
Hey, do you guys see this? We don't just have one homer on. We got two. We got Rob and Sullivan.
Willie Nesbitt. What is up?
Hey, Bill. I didn't think Rob would be away from fucking Kirk Cousins' nuts long enough to jump on the show. Holy shit.
Hey, I just wanted to say something real quick. Brooke, I'm still a broke motherfucker. Still trying to make my living. Since you said that we're all some broke motherfuckers.
No, hey, Bill, I'm not going to lie. I just got home. I did not see the rest of the show. What y'all talking about?
We were talking about how you got lucky.
If you're talking about little big. Oh, yeah, we got lucky.
That's you. So did you cheer for the Vikings or the Bears, Brooke, if you're listening to this? Did you cheer for the Bears or the Vikings this Sunday?
Did you see the receiver, Brooke? Did you see the receiver that caught the ball?
Yeah, Darren, I don't think she knows. I think he thinks the offensive linemen still block for the, they block for the defense.
She still thinks that Hicks and fucking Mack blocked for Trubisky.
Yeah, I was about to say, she's like, did you see Khalil Mack on Thursday? And you're like, you mean the
I don't think
she's
not even on here.
According to Brooks' logic.
Hey, she ain't even on here, guys.
Rob, you're wrong.
According to
you're wrong, Rob.
Brooks' logic.
Brooke actually is on here because you are Brooke. So.
Oh, damn.
So according to Brooks' logic, Khalil Mack got Fields injured. So is that a thing, Brooke?
Hey, Nick, when you guys lost, how many blunts did you roll with $1,000 bills, Nick? I just got to know.
Well, I got $100,000 in my pocket right here, so at least 100 of them.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, that makes sense.
And Nick also hired the butler Alfred from Batman.
Hey, did you guys hear that Alvin is now my butler? He lives here.
Yeah.
I thought you already had 3 butlers.
Question, Nick. Did you have to give him 2 rooms so he has somewhere to put his big ass head?
Yeah, I mean, no kidding. I mean, did you guys see him at the Macy's Day Parade? I mean, Jesus.
At the Macy's Day Parade today.
Yeah.
Big ass head floating down.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, he was just going. I mean, I couldn't fucking believe it.
Dude, it was hilarious, bro. He was.
I do have a small suggestion for you, Nick. If you actually, you can retain all 3 of your butlers, but if you hired some maids, you might actually get laid someday, dude.
That's what I got you for, Rob. You're my man.
Yeah, he said, Rob, your lips are pretty loose. He's happy with that.
Bro, Rob can shove his whole lip underneath his fucking chin. I've seen it.
No, that's Holy God you're thinking of.
So, Rob, are you going to the playoffs now or what? Is your team ready to make a run?
It's the best team in the last 10 years, right?
Have you seen the games we played this year? Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. Simon said that you guys are
we
trash.
see them
and you're
like
probably gonna win one more
Minnesota's
game.
had plenty of tight finishes. I was trying to say Minnesota's had plenty of tight finishes.
They're going to beat the Packers and then lose to the
All of them
Niners.
have
That's
been tight.
Minnesota in a nutshell right there.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
I think so. The Packers and Vikings were probably the best goddamn game of the whole weekend, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a good shootout.
And you know what, Rob? Even though we lost, I enjoyed the game also. I thought it was fun to watch. It was an entertaining game.
Dude. I was at the whole game. Obviously, I was at the game, and the energy in the stadium. So normally, you know, you have your ebbs and your flows and everything, and things are going one way, things are going the other way. And, you know, normally when I'm at the game and everything, I was like, okay, this is going this way. I'm going to go take a piss break, or I'm going to get a beer. I'm going to get some food. I got in there from the kickoff to the end of the game. I did not freaking move because it was that close and that tight and that entertaining. I mean, that was one hell of a game, you guys.
It must be crazy to watch the best quarterback in the history of the planet.
Rob said when he went to make that field goal at the end, his butt cheeks were clenched so hard he didn't shit for 3 days.
Oh, well, honestly, Bill, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was sitting there, and when it came down, they started running the clock out to go for the field goal. I was just screaming. I'm like, you cannot do this to us. You know what happens when we kick field goal.
I heard ding.
Do this to us again. But then he made it, and it's like, okay.
Wait.
He made it, and then all the fans came out.
Do they stick the dildos on the seats for you, or do you have to buy your own?
Oh, boy.
What now?
Here we go.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
I said, do they put the dildos on the seats for you because you paid for your tickets, or do you buy your own?
Okay.
No, I get those from a guy named Nick Green. He's got a and that's where we get those from.
I thought he was going to talk about where he got his tickets from.
I was gonna
Where's
mention.
Big Head Elvin? I want to know where's Big Head Elvin.
Nick Green that specializes in dildos. And I mean, he's like a millionaire, so that's where that comes from.
Hey, I heard when of you guys talking about your kicker, Mason Crosby, and you
Yeah,
guys
we
were
were
talking
talking
about
about him earlier about how he's better than anybody on the Vikings offense.
That's true.
Here's
Well,
shit out of his mouth.
Hey,
Oh my god!
I was about to say.
Let me ask you guys a question, and I've said this about just all kickers this year. It doesn't seem like it's a kicker's year. It's just like if the field goes, it's not
The other
promising.
thing is, it's not really the Vikings here either. That's what sucks.
I could agree, John. A lot of kickers have been inconsistent this year. Like
There's
a lot
a
of
bunch of kickers that are fucking up right and left. So
yeah,
We're gonna try to blame it on our holder and our fucking long snapper, but I don't know. I think somebody.
I don't really buy all that shit.
I don't buy it either.
And how about the penalties? Fuck, did you see that Dallas game? Holy shit.
Dude, the Vikings wrote a big check to the refs that game, bro.
Holy fuck.
Rob,
don't even start with that, Bill.
Hey, Rob,
don't even start with the refs.
Hey,
don't even start with that.
He paid them in pennies.
Hey, hang on. I was about to say for Minnesota, if they held on a little longer, they'll go to Tampa Bay in the playoffs according to their seeding.
Oh.
Ooh, so Rob, can you beat Brady on the road?
Probably not.
We've never beaten Brady. I don't think we've beaten him.
Hey, John, nobody asked you, dickhead. When we asked
I just responded to you, dick shit. Why don't you go?
No, but seriously, you're Homer looking ass. You never beat Brady.
Yeah.
So
I'm just goofy looking motherfucker.
Bill, you asked the question.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Bill, you asked a question about beating Brady. So last year with no defense whatsoever, when we had like everybody out and everything, We went down there, played them as hard as we could. We missed every kick that we had a couple calls go against our way, but I'm not going to blame that. But we lost. We have not beaten Brady as long as Mike Zimmer's been a coach. And if it came down to that matchup, I don't see it happening again this year, to be honest.
Yeah, because I think it'd be on the road, right?
That's what you guys can try to downplay the Buccaneers as much as you want, but that's one hell of a fucking football team right there.
Wait.
Go in their house and pick up a W.
Wait, who's downplaying the Bucks? I'm not downplaying the Bucks.
Neither am I. Rob was
I
the
said
one
there's a
saying,
team to beat.
Rob said he was going to Tampa on the road and winning 15-0, and he's saying we're playing them down. You know what I mean?
Oh gosh. I know a team that's beat Brady. Who? Detroit. We have. We beat them.
You should do stand-up comedy, bro.
We did. We beat
What year was that?
Are you sure? Are you sure you're not? Are you sure you're not thinking of a Brady bunch?
Yeah, what year was that?
Yeah,
it was Matt Patricia's first year. We beat Brady.
Get the fuck out of here! I don't remember that game.
Swear to God. So that was our first 100-yard rushing game since fucking God knows when Kerryon Johnson rushed for 100 yards.
I'm sure he's right because being a Lion fan, that's like one of the only things you can talk about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
sure they put that as one of their banners. Did they get a trophy for that too, or what?
And I'm about to say, I don't think you would ever find a time you hear Detroit lie about any kind of facts about their team.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out real quick to David Henderson. Hey, David, I just picked up a side business and I got into selling the Certus sleep number mattresses because I know you've been losing sleep after watching Justin Jefferson absolutely own the fuck out of your defense. I've got you a hookup so you can sleep better, buddy.
My God. No, I could buy you some more chapstick and you could get your lips off Kirk Cousins' ass. Maybe you can start puckering up there, Robbie. Hey, I want to know, during this parade, were you the lead float or were you just behind looking at Kirk Cousins' ass the entire time?
Dude, I was the fucking drum major leading the band.
He said a drum major. He had the big boom, boom, boom. Fuck, there's some comment.
Yep, all about it. All about it, man.
Hey, welcome to the show, Homer. How you doing tonight?
Homer's back.
Welcome to the Vikings show. I'm your host, John Sullivan.
Is your name John Sullivan?
Okay. Everybody, remember if we got to do a flashback. I know it's only been a couple of minutes, but just remember, John Sullivan's back.
Welcome to the Vikings.
Just remember, keep talking, John. Keep talking.
Hey, there's Johnny Boy.
Welcome to.
It's so bad.
Welcome.
But honestly, Bill, I just want to tell you from a father to a son that I'm very happy with the way that you've handled this so far this week. And you kept your composure. You've done very, very well with this loss. Now, how are you going to do when it comes to the Rams here next week?
I think we played down to our team, to the opposing team.
Well, come on now, not this.
We're gonna win that game.
Everyone.
This is awful. I hate this.
Yeah, unstable connection. I see.
Unstable connection.
And to clear something up, I did a little searching here, and Jury was actually correct about something. Detroit has beaten Brady, but the thing is they beat him twice.
Oh damn! I know we beat him twice. Shit.
What year was that?
Yeah, you should remember. Weren't you at the parade or the fucking ceremony where they hung up the banners? Or
hey, Rob was holding pockets. Rob was there, but he was holding pockets.
To clear it up.
Oh, all right, Bill. Yeah. We'll talk.
Yeah, I could tell you.
So, Rob, you got the Niners coming in town, huh?
The last time Detroit beat the Patriots, it was 2018.
What about the time before that?
Damn. So you're saying the Vikings is complete fucking utterly trash?
Yep.
I get that. Okay, it makes sense now. Good job, Adarian.
Bill, to answer your question, no, the Niners are not coming to town. We're going to San Francisco.
Oh, it's over. You lost this one, bro.
So Darren did
This
say
game
something.
right here is
I
gonna
looked
pull
at
you out of the
the
playoff
Niners
picture.
schedule.
Are you
They're
and
1-4
Kirk
at
Cousins is
home
going to
this
go
year.
to? Are you going to hit up all the bars? And by bars, you mean the gay bars? You guys going to hit the?
Bill, did you see my podcast with Niner Beto? We had a pretty good podcast for about 45 minutes, hashing out the ins and outs and stuff. They're picking. Everybody's picking the 49ers by 3. I kind of got to go with that, actually.
Okay. Damn, Rob's not being homer. It's
And-
only down tonight.
Yeah, what the hell
And
happened?
I tell you what, this
That's
game,
interesting.
judging from the looks of the picture, this game between the Niners and Vikings may decide where your seedings be, who will be 6 and 7.
Here's
they're on the
the
outside
problem.
looking in.
Here's the problem.
Noah!
Here's the problem with that game. Here's the problem with that game. Our entire starting defensive line is out. We obviously Daniil Hunter and Michael Pierce are on IR. Dalvin Tomlinson's on COVID, and Everson Griffin had his mental breakdown and everything. He's out.
What is that? That's fucking awful.
What is that?
That's so awful.
Damn, is that
That's
John
disgusting.
Sullivan on Kirk
Yeah,
Cousins?
why the hell is John
okay,
waiting to get teabagged by
the
Kirk
memes
Cousins?
are funny, but I'm trying to explain what's going on with the game.
Rob, you keep calling him Daniil. His name is Danielle.
It is not Danielle. It's Daniil Hunter.
How do you spell it? How do you spell it?
It is Daniil.
Danielle.
It is Danielle Hunter, and
It is
that
Daniil
bitch
Hunter.
sucks.
Daniil Hunter. Okay,
Daniel.
the best defensive end in the fucking league sucks. Okay, whatever. You're obviously
This
dumber.
is why, ladies
Anyway,
and gentlemen,
this
is why we
is
call
why
it
nobody
Homer
listens to you.
Haskell's.
This
You
is
just
why
called him
nobody
the
listens
best
to you because
You just called
that's
him the best defensive end in the league, bro.
dude. You're fucking ridiculous. You were fucking ridiculous. You were fucking ridiculous. Daniil Hunter's out. Michael Pierce is out. Dalvin Tomlinson got on the
Did you
COVID
just
list.
say Daniil Hunter's the best defensive end in the league? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Find the tallest building in your city.
Prove
and
it.
jump.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
All right, first, Jamila, take care of that smoke detector. Number 2, Rob, you have an Everson Griffin update. But welcome to the show, Jamila.
Everson Griffin currently is in
the psychopath.
is in a care facility getting help, which is great. And
Okay,
I
Jamila,
wish
can you name your offensive line?
Hey, you asked me a question. Let me answer it.
Go ahead.
Everson Griffin is currently in the care
Griffin
facility he needs to
belongs
be
a
in,
psycho ward.
getting the help that he needs and everything. And our thoughts, prayers, and wishes are with him and his family.
Wow, Nick,
is
you
the rest
sound
of the
like Paul
Vikings
Merkel there
organization.
for a minute. You sound like Paul Merkel there for a minute, Nick.
So is he going to be missed
Thumbs
on your
up,
pass
motherfucker.
rush now, or what?
Don't say that, John. Don't say
Well,
that.
absolutely
John.
he will.
That sounds like
That
some
is
Paul Merkel
offensive.
shit right there, dude.
Don't say that. That's offensive.
That sounds like some Paul Merkel shit you just said there, dude.
We have
I gotta say,
none of our
if you
we have
mention
none of
Marco,
our
he would
starting.
take it as a
Since John
compliment.
Sullivan is here, I'm still waiting for
One
that.
at a time.
I'm
We
still
have none
waiting
of our
for,
starting
what's his
defensive
name?
line going against San Francisco.
What's that guy's name? I'm waiting for him to shoot threes on a live
That's a
so I
tough.
can.
Who?
What's his name?
Yeah, that's tough.
John Thibodeau or whatever his name
No,
is.
that's Jamila
Joe?
Snivy.
Joe. I'm waiting for Joe Thibodeau to accept my challenge.
All right, Nick. Nick, you need to just shut the fuck up. Okay, this is the point of the show. If you're worth over $1 million, you get to shut the fuck up for the rest of the show. Nick, mute yourself. You're done.
So the dumbest person in the chat just told me to shut the fuck up.
Whatever.
You guys are too much.
At this point, I just want to let you know that Rob doesn't use fans. He just has like Viking players stand right by his head while he's sleeping and just fart in his face. Just to let you guys know.
All right, whatever.
Just so you know, Rob wore
Hey, Gabe, what did
pantyhose
Bill
to the
have for
game.
breakfast?
Don't be
this
mad.
morning?
Don't be mad, Rob, because we
What
yelled
did
at
Bill have
you.
for breakfast this morning?
Hey,
You like
hey.
tossing a salad.
Hey, you guys. You want to talk football or you want to talk shit? What are we doing here?
We're doing both, but
When it comes to you, we talk like this. Okay? You don't talk football. You talk.
All right, Rob. So you
A
say
bad
you're
word.
losing this game by 3, possibly?
I got to think that that's probably going to stand because the Vikings on the West Coast, when we go out there and do those games there, we don't do any better
when you're on the road.
Yeah, we don't do any better than you guys do.
Yeah.
And you guys are absolutely abysmal out there, and they're favoring the 49ers by 3.
Oh, God.
I think that'll probably stick.
So, what do you think of Jamila? Welcome to the show, by the way.
Yeah, you could say.
In case everyone's never met Jamila, she ghosts most of the time until the Vikings win. Then she
so guys, get it. Everybody look at her. You won't see her for the next 2 weeks.
Hold on, real quick. Just give me a second.
Rob, 3 years now.
Rob, is Danielle Hunter better than Myles Garrett?
It's Danielle.
Yes, Danielle Hunter is better than Myles Garrett, you dumbass.
That might actually win Defensive Player of the Year. He's better than him, right?
To be honest, yes.
He's better than Myles Garrett. Man, this is why everybody pisses
Myles Garrett's been around, what, 2 fucking years? Danielle Hunter's been doing this shit for a long time.
How is that relevant to what I just said?
How is it relevant to what you said? Because you obviously don't watch football or you don't know
Danielle
football.
Hunter better than Myles Garrett?
Danielle. It's Danielle.
Okay, Danielle. I heard you. Danielle.
I think Myles Garrett's been in the league for like 3 or 4 years, but
he hasn't been in as long as Danielle Hunter. And Danielle Hunter has put up more consistent numbers over the years than Myles Garrett has.
What about
who's better this year, Myles Garrett or Danielle Hunter? Who's better?
See, Rob.
This year because Danielle Hunter went on IR fucking 5 weeks ago.
He hasn't
what kind of comparison is
a
that?
year and a half now. Like
what kind of comparison is that?
Bro, are you really trying to sit here and say that Danielle Hunter is better than Myles Garrett?
I'm not saying anything. If you look at what every sports analyst out there is saying, Danielle Hunter is probably the top in the league when he's home.
Justin Cherry's in the middle. Justin Cherry is just a bystander in this conversation. Who's better, Justin? Myles Garrett or Danielle Hunter?
Danielle Hunter.
I'm gonna go with. Well, obviously, I'm going with Myles Garrett because I hate fucking.
Yeah,
Minnesota.
Garrett actually has 4.5 sacks less than Hunter in career sacks.
And he's played how many years more?
Yeah.
Danielle Hunter missed the entire year last year and half the season this season. So the numbers speak for itself.
But at the same time, Rob, Myles Garrett also was out for like a whole fucking half a year for smacking somebody in the fucking head with a helmet.
I remember that game.
That was a 4-game suspension.
Who would you consider the defensive player of the year right now? Because I'd consider Myles Garrett, to be honest. He's killing the whole league.
Yeah, Garrett.
Rob's gonna go with Everson Griffin.
No, if I had to take defensive player of the year right now,
Myles Garrett.
Jared Alexander. I agree, Rob. Rob's picking.
I would even go. That's right, Rashawn Gary. That's right.
I would even go as far as saying TJ Watt.
Ramsay.
TJ Watt's better than
Jalen Ramsay. No, what? Myles Garrett is destroying every single offensive line. Did you see when he got triple teamed the other week?
I want to point out that he didn't destroy Detroit, by the way. He didn't get one sack.
I want to point out he didn't destroy Minnesota either.
Damn, I want to point out that you got lucky.
I want to point out that right now all the Bears quarterbacks are cringing at this pointing out stuff.
Yeah. So what do you guys all think about the shit going on in Chicago?
Tell me the person that's putting disrespect on Jalen Ramsay right now.
Hold on. Jamila.
Jamila is fine.
Don't ask her. Jamila doesn't even know where.
I thought Jamila came on to smash beer cans with her titties. I thought that's what she was doing, right? Like,
yeah.
Hey, Jamila, are you beating the Niners this week or what?
Get the shovel.
I got the boots on.
All right. I'm all right. I'm gonna say the homer and me gonna come out and say yes.
We usually call that the Homer Rob prediction.
The Homer Haspels.
Yeah, the Homer Haspel prediction.
But I do see it's gonna be a close game. Vikings by 3.
I can
Darren,
kind of
are you guys
see
beating
it.
the
If they
Niners?
win, it's
I
not
can
going to
see
be
it.
by much, so I can see that.
Darren, are you guys beating the Niners?
I gotta go either way, tell you the truth.
Now you're asking a
You know
fucking
what?
dumbass, bro.
I-
Darren,
I don't know.
Bill
I don't think
Nesbitt.
that's
Darren, are you beating the Niners this
I'm
week?
gonna say that the Vikings lose by 6.
See, this is why I like Darren. This is why I like Darren.
I think we lose by 3.
Well,
Whatever.
Well,
here's
hey,
what Rob's gonna say. Well, we're gonna beat their ass because our defense is so good.
Rob predicts them to lose by 3, bro.
I predict we lose by 3.
I was going to say.
So all the Vikings on this joint saying we're gonna take an L.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
you're out here saying you're taking a W, so you might be the only smart one out the bunch, Jamel.
John Sullivan is taking a shit and not wiping his ass, so we gotta wait for
No,
his.
he's a truck driver. He pulls over and eats his meat.
I was going to say.
I just want to know one thing. How many times can Bill Nesbitt be wrong and still have any credibility here?
Well, you know what's funny, Rob? The last 2 seasons, I predicted us to go 13-3, and just so happens, Rob, what did we do the last 2 seasons, Rob?
Yeah, that's because you got lucky.
Well,
You got lucky.
You got lucky.
You saying the reason why we losing is because our defense is not all that.
And this year, I predicted us to go 13-4.
Where's
so
Jamez
really,
to come in and go, hey, our defense is actually good, and you're like,
well,
what?
Bill, it could be
Jamez is still leading the parade.
You're at 3 losses right now. When you take the extra L when we play you guys in Lambeau Field,
you're not winning in Lambeau, Rob.
If you want to know what Jamez,
the year too, bro.
Hey, Rob.
The only way you're
going
going to win is if we already clinched the division.
Listen.
Rob, are you going to be at
Lambeau
Lambeau on that day,
Field
January
is US
2nd? I'm going to be there. Are you going to be
Okay,
there, Rob?
I'm gonna need you to.
Well, yeah,
say
Rob
that
goes to
this is-
every Packers game, bro. He's
Hold
a
on,
you're
gonna-
Packer fan.
Hey,
You're gonna have
that's
to
where
call
Jamez and Alvin are right now. They're leading the parade.
Henderson,
US
quit sharing stupid shit so I can see who asked me that question.
Damn, that's
Rob.
motherfucking Alvin and Jamez, boy.
Rob, are you going to be
Can't you see the parade? Don't be mad, Rob, because you weren't in front of the parade.
Who's
Don't be
asking
mad.
me that?
That was Justin Cherry. He said, "Are you dumber than a bag
No,
of
it's not
rocks?"
Justin Terry. Nick, is that you, Nick? Wanting to know if
Are
I'm
you
going to be there?
going to be at Lambeau January 2nd?
I will certainly try to, but I don't know yet.
Rob
I don't
hasn't
have
missed
tickets.
a Packers game since 1982. He's die hard, bro. Tell him, Rob. He's section 4, seat 108.
No, you should ask Rob. How many shares of stock did you buy from the Packers?
He now
Honestly, be
currently
honest.
owns 16.
A lot.
So honestly, I did buy 3 shares of Packer stock just to say that I can own you fuckers. But
So you spent almost $1,000 just to say I own you. We tell you that every day for free.
You don't own that but the Bears now, so I mean,
Darren, why you so quiet? You were talking real big in that chat about 45 minutes ago. About how you're going to do this.
I'm gonna
and you're
need you.
do that.
I'm gonna
You've been
need you
sitting
to
here
call
quiet
Lambeau
like a
Field
goddamn
US
church
Bank
mouse.
East. I'm gonna need you to call it US Bank East.
yeah.
I'm gonna need you to say
I've been to 5 games. I've been to 5 games so far this year. I would love to go over to Lambeau and go and sell
games already
and sell my stock for twice what it's worth to people in the tailgate lots because I think that's a good racket to be in.
I'll give you $50 each for them when you paid the lawyer cost to switch it over.
Yeah, whatever.
Sounds like a deal because you're stuck with them, right? You said you're going to burn them. You might as well make 50 off them.
No, I think it's hilarious.
Not as funny as looking at the Vikings roster. We crack up every day like Jesus.
Yeah, or no. What's really funny is going to Minnesota and actually looking at their trophy case. That's funny. That's fucking hilarious.
I heard there's a lot of room in it.
Yeah, no shit.
See, that's what happens when you can't win. You got to talk about your trophies in the past and your rings and everything else. So.
I mean, we're
okay.
8-3.
Well, that's what happened. No, Rob, let me correct you. That's what happens when you have a past, you have rings and have trophies. You can actually win championship.
Yeah, gotta love those fucking trophies right here.
Those trophies right there were all won by legends.
How's all that pairing out for you this year?
Pretty
well,
good.
Fuck, man. It ain't doing you shit. You got
games so far. We're looking pretty solid.
Yeah,
Rob.
we're looking pretty
How
good.
many games have you
It's
lost
not better.
already?
It's not better than winning half your games.
1957.
So are you guys going to run the table and like be the best team in the league and go and get
you
the
know how it
Super Bowl?
goes. We're gonna run the table, win the championship
Run the
game, and
table.
win the Super Bowl. You're still gonna be sitting there like, fuck.
I
I
thought-
don't even have one, bro. Not even
excuse
one.
me. When you talk about running the table, I thought I heard Alvin mention that before. I thought I heard Alvin Butler say that.
You know what, Bill? That's why you're friends,
were
because you have an
supposed to do
active imagination. You have a
No,
really
an active imagination is saying we're stacked.
Yeah.
On paper, we're stacked. Oh, we're stacked, everybody, on paper. Hey, look at everybody. This piece of paper says we're stacked.
Hey, David, because you don't know football, let me clear you into something. We've been missing half or all of our defensive
Because I don't know
line for the past
football?
two games.
Welcome to our fucking
And
life.
we beat the Chargers in their own
snap.
home stadium with missing several starters, several starters on defense.
And Green Bay has also missed several starters too,
we just
Robbie.
got done beating you all being shorthanded too.
And Green Bay's also missed several starters too, and Green Bay is doing what right now? So I don't know my football. Let me clue you in. Green Bay's also missing starters too, and
You
Green Bay
guys
is still doing
got
better than
the
the
starter
Vikings
sheet
too.
of everybody that was injured that you like to keep posting. Nobody knows anybody except for like 3 players on there. That don't
That's
mean
what we
shit.
said about the whole Vikings.
That just sounds like
Yeah, so our two best offensive linemen,
bunch of fucking
Rashawn.
Hey, David,
Our secondary.
did you cry?
Those
when
guys
we
are
won?
important, right? Those guys are important, right?
Hey, David, let's be honest. You honestly, in your heart of hearts, thought you were going to come in and win like 40-10. And when we beat you, did you cry?
I didn't. Wait a minute.
Hey, Rob,
Let me correct you. Did anybody? No, let me correct you. Hold on a minute. Let me correct you. Did anybody in here that was on the Packers show hear me give a blowout victory? Anybody?
No.
Exactly. I predicted it by 10 points. 10 points.
By 10 points. But in your heart of
Is that
hearts,
a blowout victory?
in
Is that
your
a blowout
heart of hearts,
victory? Answer the question. Is that a
without
blowout
trying-
victory?
wi-
Answer the
without
question,
trying to
Robbie.
play it on
Answer
video.
the question, Robbie.
Yeah, no. Without
So
trying
you
to
just
play it
lied
safe
right
on
there.
video.
You lied
You
once.
honestly, in your heart, you believe you were going to come in
Lied
and blow it
once,
out.
Robbie. You lied once.
No.
Keep going, Robbie, because I didn't predict the blowout victory.
Yeah, you're playing it safe on video. You didn't want to get called out. You're playing it safe on video.
No.
But you know
I
in your
know
heart
it's
you
a
thought it was going to
rivalry
be a
game.
blowout.
Robbie, you might not think I know
You're
football,
projecting.
but I've
You
watched
know in your
football.
heart you thought
I'm
it was gonna be a
41 years
blowout.
old, Robbie. I've watched football a long fucking time and seen a lot of
Rob's
Packer Viking games.
72, bro,
And if
so he
you
might
think
have some years on
that I'm stupid enough to think that the Vikings aren't going to give us a challenge, you're wrong. I've seen a lot of
Rob,
games,
show
Packer
Dave your new
Viking games.
walker.
A
Rob's
lot.
72, dude.
He's seen a lot of games wearing the
Rob was
fucking
around when there was
horns.
dinosaurs, bro. He used to ride them bitches in the backyard.
Well, fuck yeah, he was there when the fucking team was invented. But I mean, that's another thing. But you lied, Robbie. You lied in the
got us,
blowout.
man. They got us. That's what happens. You know,
Yeah, they got us in the game.
But you're not going to come away and blow
So
us
if
up
we
your jokes
went out,
Okay.
If we
Yeah,
win
it
at
was just a
Lambeau,
fluky thing. Now,
if
now,
we
what
win at
are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with the Rams
if we
now?
win, if we
What are
win
you
at
gonna do with the
We're
Rams?
going
Lambeau,
to
then
dog walk them
what?
because we lost to you. So we're going to take it out on
If
the
we win at
Rams now.
Lambeau, then what?
If you guys win at Lambeau, is that what you just asked?
Yeah.
No, I asked what is going to
no,
happen when you play the
Garrett.
Rams.
We were talking.
No, we're gonna beat the Rams this week, so I don't think that's a question.
Stafford is
Okay, okay. Hold on one second. Is there any Packer fan on here that thinks you're going to lose to the Rams? Please speak up.
We all predicted a win.
Quiet as fuck.
What a bunch of homers! Jesus Christ!
How is that a homer thing?
Wow!
How is that
Really?
homers?
Are you serious?
Are you serious? Yes, we're serious, you fuck. Like, how is that a homer thing?
Let me ask you a question. Do you see Aaron Rodgers have a lot of back-to-back losing games?
Not at all. He's gonna take out that loss from the.
But what do you think he's gonna do? You think he's gonna be like, yeah,
Not-
man, we're gonna go play like shit another week?
Yeah,
Did somebody throw up the Homer
Well,
Simpson logo
actually-
right now? That would be really good.
Actually, if you were to make that question better, would it be, has Rodgers had back-to-back losing games under LaFleur? The answer is no.
Negative.
Yes,
See?
And we're at home.
Rob,
and
hey,
the
now you're
Rams
starting
played
to
like
lose
shit,
Rob.
and they're coming off the
Talk slow,
bye.
bro.
No, Rob's getting mad. Somebody grab his preparation
Talk
age.
slow, Darian. You're losing Rob. Talk slow.
And to be
Look, there ain't no
honest,
Bear fans on here.
and to be honest,
The Bear
there's
fans
a
are
reason.
hiding.
They know
They're
what
hibernating.
They're
man.
celebrating. No, guys,
Hey,
they're not
hey,
hiding.
hold
They're
on,
celebrating.
hold
They beat the Lions. They're celebrating.
Hold on.
Every one of
Oh,
you
whoa, Lions.
is going to be like, yeah, we're beating the Rams. Yep. Every one of you is doing that, right?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
gonna lose.
Bill,
We're
is it Bill,
Write
is
it down,
true?
Rob. Screenshot it, clip it, do what you got to do. We'll talk to you Sunday night.
Hey,
All
Bill,
right.
is it
And we'll be looking
Bill,
for Rob P. Haspels.
Hey,
You know
Bill,
what sucks? They got us going at the same
Speaking of
time.
being night, it's been a very long weekend. I'm going to let you guys go, but
All
nice
right,
chatting
Rob.
with
Thanks
you.
for coming on and getting
You guys
roasted.
have a
We
good one.
appreciate it, bro.
We'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Later.
See you tomorrow night on the
Darren's
Vikings
going to
show.
dip out in about
Hey,
3 minutes
hey,
because you don't have
Bill.
backup now.
Darren's
Bill,
gonna go
is
fall
it-
him out. He's gonna
Bill.
let Rob teabag him tonight to
Bill,
sleep.
Bill, is it true that the Bears are packing up for Arlington Heights?
Yeah, it is actually.
They
Yeah.
will be.
They're
Hey,
fucking
we're-
packing up that U-Haul.
Hey,
Fucking
hey,
insane.
yours truly already practiced on giving them the new name, the Arlington Heights Bears.
Arlington Heights Bears Mafia. I like it.
Whatever.
And
All right, I'm out too. I'm gonna go get some sleep.
I know. I think I got
Packers.
to go, too, to be truthful with you. It's already 9:30.
Yep.
All right, guys.
All right, gentlemen.
shutting it
Enjoy your
down?
night.
All right. That was it for today, fellas. Go Pack Go. Bears still suck, and you know the rest.
Skull.